everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. Another little look at movie today. We've got a movie review today for you, and it's a film. It's we've been here before. Obviously we've had the book, we've had the films, we've had the TV series, but we've got another one. We've got another one coming out today. A little film called The Secret Garden. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that old subscribe button, push the bell notification. Some of these little movie review vlogs. I also do TV drama review vlogs and information vlogs on what's coming out to buy, to own, and also what's coming out. Fingers crossed as I'm recording this at the cinema. I think there's obviously you have to check your territory here in the UK. A lot of the cinemas are open at the end of August, but only about 1 in 4, I think, from what I've been reading. So anyway, they'll be starting up again, so please push that notification button if you're very interested in these. Right, The Secret Garden we're going to have a look at today. This is due actually for a theatrical release in the UK at the end at the third week of October, about the 23rd of October. So if that changes, I will let you know. Hour and 39 minutes. It's of course a drama, family, fantasy, adventure, isn't it? It's a British-made one. This one, British-backed film, directed by Mark Munden and produced by David Heyman. Film is based obviously on the 1911 novel. 1911, 109 years ago. This as I'm recording this, of the novel of the same name by Francis Hodgson Burnett, and stars Dixie Egerix, if I spelt that right, if I pronounced that right, Colin Firth, if I spelt it right as well, Colin Firth, Julie Walters, Richard Hansel and David Very. It's set in 1947 England, so just after the Second World War. The plot follows a young orphan who is sent to live with her uncle, only to discover a magical garden at his estate. Well, is it any good? Well, please note all these ratings, etc. at the time I'm recording this, which is early August 2020. So obviously these ratings and numbers, etc. may have changed since then. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes at the moment it holds an approval rating of 65%. So that's a 65% positivity rating. And that's based on 48 reviews. And of the 48 reviews, we've got 31 fresh and 17 rotten. So overall, an average rating of 6.5 out of 10, which isn't bad. That's not a bad score from Rotten Tomatoes. The consensus reads, faithful in spirit while putting its own spin on the source material, The Secret Garden adds a charming entry to the long list of this beloved book's adaptations. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes, there's only 5 people have even bothered to score it as at today, and it rates 60%. So again, up there with the watchable plus rating in what I call it, if you get 6 out of 10 or more. On Metacritic, this is the critics rating, so on the Metacritic website, the film's got a weighted average of 59 out of 100, and that's just based on 16 critiques, and they score anywhere between 5 out of 10 and 7.5 out of 10. I've just sort of highlighted a couple for you. The Globe and Mail of Toronto, Barry Hertz, he scored it 5 out of 10 and went on to write, the latest adaptation of Francis Hodgson Burnett's 1911 novel is not necessarily a bad film, just an unnecessary one. Given that we've already been treated to about a dozen film and TV and anime adaptations, there is little that Munden and his creative team offer that is essential. Yeah, I mean, some of that I do echo, I must admit. On the more positive side, we've got the Hollywood Reporter's David Rooney. He scored it 7 out of 10, which is one of the highest scores. To the generation encountering it for the first time, its pleasures should be unencumbered. While the emphasis on beguiling visuals slightly overshadows the performances, the cast is uniformly solid, and Secret Garden completists will appreciate the connection of Firth playing the father of the character he played in the 1987 TV movie. Yeah, so check up on that one. I'm more in line with the 90s version, obviously, myself, but I've actually gone back and I'm going to have a look at the 1987 movie as well. Internet Movie Database, it's only getting 5.4 out of 10. That's you and me, that's Joe Public, that's just a normal Publix rating, and there's as at this time it's 297 scores been left. Obviously not 297 reviews. As I said, some people don't like to leave a review, they just leave a score and leave it at that, but there you go. A couple of the headlines: unexpectedly decent, pretty but boring, and it's not a children's movie. So there you go, that's the thoughts. What about my little thoughts? What are my little thoughts on behalf of Movie Game Nostalgia? Well, I've got to agree with some of the critique and some of the positives. Obviously I do agree with some of those, but it does lack a little bit. Now I'm going to compare it obviously to the 90s version, the 1994 version. Obviously, it does lack a little bit of the charisma and style and emotion of that version. I mean, it is a good watch. I enjoyed it. But I can't really see the appeal to kids, certainly younger kids. I think older kids might appreciate it if you don't want a film with all chases and murders and, you know, the kids these days, too much action in it. But I can't see the real appeal to children. It's more, to me, it's more an adult film, this one, even though obviously it's based around children. You should encourage your family to watch it, obviously. As it's nice, as you'd expect, has a nice feel-good ending, but some of it's just a little monotonous to me. I just didn't quite grab me. It's only 90 minutes as well, so it's it actually felt a lot longer than that when I was watching it. I mean, my apologies. Beautifully shot. I mean, superbly shot. And the younger actors in this, I mean, the younger actors are very, very good. I don't find them too precocious, which I can at times with young actors. But I think, and they're certainly far better than 1994 version. The actors in that we thought were quite wooden, but it doesn't have the charm. It just doesn't have the charm of the 94 version. But then again, perhaps one actor probably above all, or actress, if we go back to my old days. Obviously, the 1994 version had Maggie Smith, didn't it? Which makes all the difference. But I do love Julie Walters, I must admit. But Maggie Smith, she isn't, unfortunately. And I think that's probably the difference for me between watching the 94 version. If you gave me the option, I would love to watch the 94 version again now, in preference to this latest version. I'm not going to be horrible to it, because as I said, it is beautifully shot. It is a nice story, but as I think the critical review said, I don't know what it adds to what we've got out there at the moment, which it's not a bad thing. It's for a new generation. You've never watched Secret Garden, then yeah, it might be a good watch, but then go back and watch some of the older ones, or the TV adaptations, etc., which I'm going to watch one of them, because I've just been reminded of it now as I'm doing this. But I'm not going to be cruel to it. I'm not going to give it a below a watchable rating, but I was a little bit apprehensive going into it, and I was probably right to be a little bit apprehensive, because it doesn't, as I say, it doesn't really add much to what we've had before. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, which is my little watchable rating, so I'm not going to be a total downer on it. The poster, well, we look at the poster. I mean, there's a couple of posters there, isn't there? I quite like the posters. I think those posters would be great on it. You know, I wouldn't be embarrassed about having them on my wall there in the background with my classic 90s and 2000s posters. But yeah, I like those posters. Nothing ashamed of that, and certainly for a kids' room as well. Perhaps the kids might not like the film, but they like the poster. And there's a doggy element to the film as well, which some of the kids might help some of the kids appreciate it a little bit more. But I'm going to give the poster victory today. I think the posters or posters are far better. The couple I've got up there showing you, for instance, and you've seen a couple while I've been doing this vlog. I think the posters are excellent, and I do like the posters. So I'm going to give the victory to the poster today. So I'm going to give the film 6 out of 10, and I'm going to give the poster and posters 6.5 out of 10, because I quite like them all. So please, as I said, it's actually due for release in the UK cinema at the end of October. Please check out my little links on screen. If you can have a look on my little website, moviegamenostalgia.com, for rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, and some great actors, some great films, and board games on there as well. I'd be much appreciated. A thumbs up to you if you can find time to have a look on there. And even if it's just footfall, even if you just have a look round, that's great for my little analytics and get me up the search engines, etc. So that is much appreciated. Just have a quick scan round. As I say, the COVID thing has affected me on that site, because I've not been able to restock a lot of stuff, but please bear with me as I'm trying to build it back up as and when we come out of this, although I have ordered stock and I'm still waiting 3 or 4 weeks later, even though I was told there was no restrictions now, so fingers crossed. Anyway, that's my problem. I love doing these little vlogs for you anyway. Please join me again very soon for another little review vlog, or an information vlog. That'll be fantastic, and please tell your friends about this. And as I said, if you're not subscribed already, please do so. Please push that old subscribe button at the end of the vlog as well. Thanks for watching today. What we're going to do this day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family, and more importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. This is Bernard saying goodbye for now. Bye bye.